flag of the state of Mexico and to be a symbol of perfect friendship among united cultures.
Mr. McCutcheon, would you please lead us?
Oh, yes. Father in heaven, we bow our heads at the beginning of this commission meeting, and we're thankful for the blessings that thou hast showered upon this community, upon each one of us. We pray that the decisions we make here today will be in accordance with thy holy mind and will. We're thankful for the benefits of living in Eddy County and the challenges as well. We pray that as we work through those that we might improve things for all of our citizens. We say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Good morning, everybody. We will start by moving into our timed agenda with public comments. So if there's any public comment, please come in front and state your name. Mr. Eddy.
Good morning, Commissioners. Norbert Rempe, U.S. citizen and 45-year Eddy County resident. In 2022, the New Mexico legislature issued an unlimited hunting license for prenatal children with no bag limit. Last time, one of you mentioned that I'm preaching to the choir. Well, the choir here in Eddy County has been silent since then. Our neighbors have not, over in Lee County, Roosevelt County, etc. They have actually resisted this order from above, and they have so far prevented child murder from taking place in this county. At the clinic or not, I don't know. We have available mail order abortions through pills sent in the mails. Our drugstores that we have here in town, CVS and Walgreens, are dispensing abortion pills in other states, not here yet. And as I mentioned, Hobbs, there was the effort to start an abortion clinic, and it was actually repelled by the ordinances that were passed. I'm going to give you the copies of ordinances from Lee County and also the City of Eunice lawsuit against the governor and the Attorney General of our state. Outside, it's beginning to look like Christmas. Well, in today's progressive New Mexico, Mary's hunting license with no bag limit on prenatal children would allow her to get rid of her son, and this license would not expire until Christmas morning. So with that, I want to give you the copies of this ordinance from Lee County and the City of Eunice lawsuit and urge you to follow the example of our neighbors.
Thank you. Any other public comment? With that, we'll move into our trailing agenda. To move into the trailing agenda, I'm going to look for a motion to move items number 4 and 5 to the beginning of the meeting ahead of number 1.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Please call for the vote.
Carlson?
Yes.
Beard?
Yes.
Bowen?
Yes.
Cordova? Yes.
Ms. Roberta?
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Thank you for accommodating this morning. Going into the October revenue report, this was for July business activity. For gross receipts tax, we collected a little bit short of $6 million. This time last year, we're up about $2.1 million for the year for gross receipts tax. For oil and gas, for the month of October, we received a total of $7.8 million. This time last year, we're up about almost $4 million from last fiscal year. For July's business activity, we collected 26 million barrels at about $76 a barrel. Currently, right now, we're averaging about 24.5 million barrels a month at $78. For our gas, for the July business month, we collected 135 million units at $2.75. And currently, right now, we're averaging 124.9 million units at $2.6. Total for the fiscal year so far, collected all the way up to October, we've collected a total of 98.3 million barrels, valuing over $7.7 billion for Eddy County. And for gas, we're about 500 million units, valuing over $1.3 billion. With that, I'll stand for any questions.
Questions?
Good.
Staggering. I'll look for a motion to approve the revenue report for
So
October
moved.
24.
Second.
Motion and second, please call for the vote.
Carlson,
Yes.
Beard,
Yes.
Bowen,
Yes.
Cordova,
Yes.
Thank you, Commissioners. For budget versus actual for October, as I've stated, we have quite a bit of transfers this fiscal year. So revenue collected countywide without transfers, we're still at 100% collected right now at $93.7 million. Without transfers, we're only about 18% expensed when we should be around 33%. We've expensed about $38.9 million countywide. For general fund, we're about 50% collected for the fiscal year. And as you can see, all departments are pretty under budget overall. You'll see this one number here that sticks out. We're at 215%. That's because we made a final transfer, transferring that money to the capital improvement fund for our projects. And for general fund expenses without transfers, we're at about 23%, expending about $17 million.
Questions?
Do we need to do, I noticed that we're 117.16% overexpended. Do we need to do a budget adjustment
Those are
for
coming
the
up.
year end to kind of even that up?
So those are coming the December 17th meeting, and the biggest reason that's showing that is because of this $82 million right here. That's that transfer that we made. So that's the biggest reason that's showing that. And yeah, they'll be coming on the 17th, all of them. There's quite a bit this year, so.
Okay.
Any other questions? Look for a motion to approve the budget versus actuals.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second, please call for the vote.
Carlson,
Yes.
Beard,
Yes.
Bowen,
Yes.
Cordova,
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Burke. Okay, so we'll move back to item number 1. Approve commission meeting minutes for November 14th, 2024, the special meeting. Anything that needs to be looked at further or pulled?
For me.
Look for a motion to approve as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second, please call for the vote.
Carlson,
Yes.
Beard,
Yes.
Bowen,
Yes.
Cordova.
Yes.
And the expense approval report for November 2024. I'll look for a motion to approve as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second, please call for the vote.
Carlson,
Yes.
Beard,
Yes.
Bowen,
Yes.
Cordova.
Yes.
Now we will have a presentation by United Way of Eddy County Executive Director Kyle Marksteiner.
Well, good morning, commissioners and guests. My name is Kyle Marksteiner. I've been the executive director of the United Way of Eddy County for just over a year now. I came to you right when I started last year with a lot of excitement and energy, and I've still got that excitement and energy, but I get to come back a year later and kind of talk about some of the cool stuff we've done. I did really want to quickly thank some of the folks at Eddy County, Savannah, Jennifer Mendarez, Eddy County OEM. Eddy County is doing a campaign with employees this year, and we're getting to speak with folks and talk to folks. And that's how we do it. We're not a group that has a single source who provides funding. We're funded by potash miners and teachers and folks making individual donations. And that's a challenge in many ways, but it's also kind of neat because we're representing the entire community when we're putting together how we're helping. And so we really appreciate y'all's investment in that. And we've got a 2-minute video, and then I'm going to talk about a couple things. So if y'all don't mind starting the video.
My name is Vanessa Garcia with CNB Bank. I am also a board member of the United Way of Eddy County. I myself in the past have been in a situation where I was a recipient of the services of both the food program and the utility assistance program, which I'm
only shelter for residents that are displaced, but also clothing and
that's kind of, that was my story when I joined the board, that, I was on the receiving end, and so now I feel like it's my turn to give back,
So if you're my age or older, you'll recall a commercial in the 1980s for the Hair Club for Men. And at the very end of that commercial, the guy would come out and say he liked it so much that he bought the company and he's the president now. And so when Vanessa, who's on our board now, tells her story about how at previous phases of her life she had some need and the United Way was there for her, and now she's on the board and giving back. It reminds me of that, where she liked it so much that she joined. She came back and joined. So I'm so proud to have her on our board. And if y'all don't mind switching over to we've got a little PowerPoint, if y'all don't mind switching over to that real quick. Okay, I thought I'd send it as an attachment, but I can wing it. I wanted to, first of all, talk about that slide with the food distribution, because that's an important part of what we do. Those of you who saw it came up, you've noticed that the Artesia numbers were a little bit higher than the Carlsbad, kind of like our last couple of years of football scores. But there's a couple of reasons for that. Artesia has the largest food distribution that we do, but that's 2023 data, and so the Carlsbad one has gone up by 50%. We've also added a Loving food distribution that we're now doing 75 families. It was previously being run by kind of a combination of groups, and it was sort of falling apart, and so we run that. So we have stronger food distributions in all three communities now, and we're very proud of that. We talked a little bit about the 2-on-1 program, and one of the things that Jennifer talked about there was taking care of families. For those of you who know, if your house burns down or if a tree falls in your house, a lot of times it's really hard to get a motel room in a community where you live, because you call and the motels don't want local folks. Talking with Mayor Lopez, talking with Ms. Armendariz, we put that program together so they're able to go through us. We have MOUs, and we're able to get them a couple nights of rooms. They're dog friendly, so people don't have to worry about the dogs going in there. And that's a service that we've added over the past year. We've also added electricity relief, which I think is huge, especially in the summers with as hot as they get here. If you have seniors, if you have other folks like that. We've had 70 families in the past year since we added that program, and that's a lifesaver. And that's a big part of what we're doing, and we were very happy to add that. We take care of water bills, we take care of gas bills, and then sometimes we just refer people to other nonprofits around town. We're sort of the first stop that you're supposed to go to if you have questions. We have so many folks new to town, they're not sure where to start, and so they call us, and we kind of do light casework. We try to get them to the right place. We get some complicated ones involving rent and things like that, and we can't help everybody, but we can help as many people as we can. Another thing about that food distribution, I think that's very important, is that if you look at the data, we're helping a lot of seniors. Inflation went up. If you're on a fixed income like Social Security, it's hard to compete with that. Sometimes people, hey, well, why should I help you guys? I work hard for a living, you know. Why can't everybody? Well, some of these folks are 85 years old. They have worked hard for a living, and this is a chance that as a community we're able to assist with partnering and giving back. And so these are folks that are in our opinion, very deserving of being assisted. We do what's called allocations. I think those of you familiar with the United Way historically, that's where we collect a bunch of funds and we grant it to other nonprofits. That process is about to start. That process remains very healthy, but it's not all we do anymore. That's the old United Way. Probably more familiar. Some of the 2-in-1 services are some things we've added over the past few years. We have Stuff the Bus, which is a school supply drive. We park in front of Walmart. It's 130 degrees out, and people feel very bad for us, and so they give school supplies to us. What we do with a lot of our school supplies is we give them to the schools, because if you've known any teachers, every teacher you've ever met's had to reach into her or his pocket and pay for some stuff throughout the year. So we want to help with that. Faith, Hope, and Love has a great backpack program, so we also help them with some of their funding. One of my goals has been not to reinvent the wheel and not declare, hey, we're going to do a backpack drive when there's already a perfectly good backpack drive going on. Let's work with the organizations around our community and partner with them. My favorite event of the year is what's called Day of Caring. When people give money to nonprofits, you all want them to focus on the purpose of those nonprofits. We're very hesitant as nonprofits to take care of ourselves. And so these organizations, they need paint jobs, they need windows fixed, they need things like that. Day of Caring, we get all these big oil field dudes from different companies. They go around, they do weed eating, they paint fences, they clean tree stumps. It's a relatively low cost. I mean, we pay for some of the equipment and everything, but all those nonprofits get a day where they can take care of some of those stuff in their buildings and build up. It's been a great year. You guys have been a big part of what we've done, especially expanding that food distribution and Loving. Eddy County's been a great partner in that. And, you know, I'd love to take any questions, but I'm very excited to be back and just report that that we've taken the ideas given to us very seriously and incorporated them, and we'd love to add more and look for new ways to improve.
That's awesome. Thank you. Questions, everybody? Really, thank you. You've done a great job over the past year.
Thank you all very much.
So,
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Great job at the light grade.
Thank you. Oh, I know. I did not. I showed up, and Laura said, "Hey, where's your Christmas outfit?" Because I thought I was going to be behind the screen. So I ran over to her office, and I found a Christmas cape. I don't even know where that thing was. And so my mom loved it. So she watched it twice already.
Great job.
Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Moving to item 3, the treasurer's report for October 2024. So we will, move to item number 6, approve safety net care pool certification of public funds for fiscal year 24-25. Second quarter, Ms. Veronica.
I'm not Miss Veronica.
Oh, you are not.
I'll do my best. She had an appointment she had to be at. Thank you, Commissioners. We're just requesting the approval of the certification letter for second quarter distribution. This letter has to accompany the distribution for the safety net care pool.
Questions, anybody?
No, I'll make a motion to approve safety net care pool certification for 2024-2025.
second.
Motion and a second. Please call for the vote.
Carlson,
Yes.
Beard,
Yes.
Owen,
Yes.
Cordova.
Yes.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you, Ms. Veronica. Okay, item number 7, reclassification. Proposal for 2 sheriff deputy positions to sheriff deputy 2 positions to sheriff deputy 2. Domestic violence enhanced response team. Wow.
I'm deferring to the sheriff for that one.
Morning.
Good morning.
And the captain. Eric Tralkel, captain with the Eddy County Sheriff's Office. So just in a nutshell, if you all probably remember a while back, we had the MOU that was signed between us, the Sheriff's Office and the Furman Heart Victim Services. This is sort of an expanse on that, expanding that program to add an additional deputy to that program. So currently we have 1 deputy and 1 sergeant that are primarily responsible for that. We'd like to add an additional one, and we'd like to, we have created this team, the Domestic Violence Enhanced Response Team, which is not a new concept. It's something that I'm very familiar with. We're having worked on one in Colorado years ago. But it's a specialized team that focuses on high risk of lethality domestic violence cases. We want to have this specific position within the sheriff's office to just set in place that this is a very important goal for us, that protecting victims and having deputies that are specially trained in investigating these kinds of cases. It's not going to be a first responding team most of the time. They will be at some times depending on the workload, but they're going to spend a lot of time following up on cases that are generated by patrol and making sure that victims are getting the services that they need, that those enhanced follow-ups are done, that lethality assessments are done, and that we make sure that victims are kept as safe as possible in our community. There's no cost to this. They will be eligible for incentive pay once they complete the training, part of which includes being trained as a victim advocate, going through the same training that the people at the Fleming Hearts go through, and they will go through as much of the law enforcement training that we can share with them to get everybody on the same page and understand each other's roles.
Do we have any questions?
I have no questions, but I would like to share that I have, through my work with my patients, I have patients that are utilizing Affirming Hearts and the program, and I'm very grateful for that. And I'm very thankful that patients or victims have a place where they can turn to and go to receive some sort of safety, and protection. So I'm very much in favor of this, and I appreciate the work you guys are doing.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think this is amazing.
I think it's a great idea.
Okay.
I make a motion that we approve that.
Second.
We have a motion and a second.
Carlson?
Yes?
Beard?
Yes.
Owen?
Yes.
Cordova?
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Item number 8, a proclamation in support of the Eddy County DWI program celebrating National Impaired Driving Month, Driving Prevention Month throughout the month of December. Ms. Brandy Mendoza.
Good morning. My name is Brandy Mendoza. I do prevention and education for the DWI program. December is National Impaired Prevention Driving Month, and it continues to be one of the most serious public safety threats facing our nation. It remains a leading cause of traffic-related injuries and fatalities. In Eddy County, in the year of 2023, the New Mexico Department of Transportation data indicated there were 7 fatality crashes, 30 crashes with drivers under the age of 21 who were under the influence while driving. The dangers of impaired driving are vast and reach beyond just alcohol. Drugs, whether prescription or over-the-counter or illegal substances, also impair the ability to drive. We as a community must take a comprehensive approach that includes not only raising awareness about the dangers of driving under the influence, and also changing behaviors regarding driving while impaired, promoting responsible behavior and supporting those affected by impaired driving. So we not partnered, but LA Services provides a safe ride service in Eddy County. They will do Carlsbad, Artesia. You do not have to call in advance. You don't have to make an appointment. You can just call them and they will pick you up wherever you're at and take you home or wherever else you want to go.
Wonderful.
Thank you for the information, Ms. Brandy. We'll look for a motion to approve proclamation in support of Eddy County DWI program.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Please call for the vote.
Carlson,
Yes.
Beard,
Yes.
Bowen,
Yes.
Cordova.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Number 9, Chevron Products Company donation. Jennifer Armendariz.
I was just coming up to let you guys know that Chevron has offered both myself, my department, OEM, and fire service a donation, and she'd like to be here for the next commission meeting to present all of that. So this is just an FYI.
Sounds great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving to the resolution and agreement consent agenda. If there's no items that need to be pulled or discussed further, I'd look for a motion to approve as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Please call for the vote.
Carlson,
Yes.
Beard,
Yes.
Bowen,
Yes.
Cordova.
Yes.
To item number 11, the travel request consent agenda. Look for a motion to approve as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Please call for the vote.
Carlson,
Yes.
Beard,
Yes.
Bowen,
Yes.
Cordova.
Yes.
We have no emergency business, no legislative comments, announcements, or updates, so we'll move to elected official department head comments.
Good morning, Commissioners, Chairman. I just wanted to let you guys know that we did do the post-election audit 2 weeks ago, will be tomorrow, and all the hand tally results of the over 1,500 ballots that we had to do for those 2 precincts came out exactly how they were tabulated. So, and no one showed up to watch the fun. And it did take all day. We got it done in 1 day. I was kind of worried that it would roll over to a second day, but we got it done.
Good. Good.
Thank
That's
you.
great to hear.
So it's officially wrapped that election up. It's done.
Wonderful.
Good job as usual.
Thank you.
All right. Oh.
One minor thing, good morning. It's come to my attention that our governor has said that she will do everything she can to thwart incoming President-elect Donald Trump's efforts to conduct deportations of illegal criminals in this country. Interestingly enough, she doesn't have the authority to tell me or Sheriff-elect Hutchinson what to do. And we both work as a team, and after he becomes sheriff, I'm going to support him, and we will support the president. We will support President Trump in any way that is legally allowed in forwarding his initiatives, contrary to what the Santa Fe feels like we should do. So I just want the public to know that. I want you all to know that. We will stand behind the president. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Question along those lines. It's kind of turning into a big deal how he's going to do this across the nation. Everybody's kind of familiar with Holman. I think this board supports that. Has there been any outreach to you at this point from the new administration as to maybe some planning and some procedures and what have you?
Yes, I've been contacted by members of the transition team. And also, I'm still, until January 1st, I'm still Vice President of the National Sheriff's Association, and we're having talks as well. They're fairly confidential at this point, but yes, it's on the radar. And the sheriffs across the nation, the vast majority of the sheriffs across the nation, stand behind President Trump.
Question.
Yes, sir.
Would it be appropriate for this body to look at a memorandum to that effect? A letter of support, some kind of a vehicle that said Eddy County's here to assist, or?
I think that would be wonderful. I think that's a great,
Resolution.
A resolution.
Resolution.
I know that you and the chair have reached out to me about that, and I fully support that. And I can speak for the sheriff-elect as well. He supports that as well. We need to protect Eddy County citizens. That's our job. And there's nothing partisan about this. There's nothing that is discriminatory about this. This is our job. We are the guardians of Eddy County.
Question. This is just a kind of a basic question, but and maybe it just goes to my misunderstanding of how human nature works, but I'm just mystified about some of these cities who have many criminals in them that we know are from various gangs in South America and all over the world, really, and why they are so resistant to getting rid of that element in their society. It just really confuses me. And you see them on the news, you know, we're going to continue to take care of these people. What's going on with that?
I think people are confused, Mr. Manager. I think people have confused humanity and caring with harboring criminals. I mean, you know, first and foremost, in my opinion, it is, well, and it's not my opinion, it's a lot of people's opinion. The government's job is to protect the citizens. That is first and foremost. That is what government's job is, to protect citizens and their rights. Citizens. And you protect citizens from criminals. That's a huge part of that. And we've lost sight of that. I think we're coming full circle on this now, and we're starting to realize that there were, well, a bunch of us realized it before, but I think a lot of people are realizing that a lot of mistakes have been made and that we have put America's citizens in jeopardy. And I feel like, I know that we're gonna work on changing that.
Thank you.
So, that's it.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
Any others?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Real quickly, I just wanted to give a quick shout out. I hope that you weren't this, but we had a really good outing this weekend at the Carlsbad's Light Parade. We had 2 floats that rented in it, Public Works and our administration building, and even though I think the judging was biased, we had a really good outing, and I want to recognize all the effort that the employees put forward, and really, I think they had a good time doing it. So it was glad to see them get out and represent the county. And I'll talk to those judges next year.
The floats were really good.
They were really good. Yeah. So we're really proud they got out and did those, and they looked really good. So you can't help who your in-laws are, but we try. So thank you.
I have a mulligan too. I apologize.
Yeah, mulligan.
Ignite the day after tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Ignite,
Yeah.
please. If y'all can come for that'd be really great. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry. Good.
We'll move into county manager comments.
I really don't have anything, but I want to recognize Billy and Mark for the Ignite program. I've looked into it deeply, and it's really, really an opportunity to improve our population and those who need the improvement most. It's a great find, and it's a great deal for Eddy County. So other than that, I don't have any comments.
We'll move into commissioner comments. Commissioner Beard.
Start with, I for one would like to see that resolution supporting the sheriff's department before the end of the year. I have a reason for that, but I'd like to have my name on it. I would also like to thank Mr. Mark Steiner for what he's doing with United Way. That is a big deal. I was truly unaware of all of that. And I've got to admit I haven't contributed to that for a long time, but I will fix that. But I also very much am proud to be a member of this county. This is a pretty neat place to be. This is an exceptional place to be. So with that, I'll send it to Ernie.
Well, the stress of Christmas is upon us. The shopping, the spending the money, the being with family, the food, it's all here. And I know that if we feel like that we're overburdened with some of that stress, we have organizations here in Eddy County. We have people like the United Way and other organizations that are here to help people during that time. And I'd just like to say, take advantage of it and enjoy family and the holidays as we go forward. And be careful, because there's a lot of kids going to be out for Christmas break, and they'll be running around and stuff, and so we want to be extra diligent as far as watching out for them. And also, the thing that I've found is when you're traveling the roads here lately, it just seems like all the crazy drivers are out. So be careful when you're meeting crossing an intersection that's busy or something. They may not stop. That's the thing I've found. I've seen several instances where they just ignore the stop sign and go right on. And if you're not diligent or you're not awake and watching that kind of stuff, it can be a catastrophe.
I encountered that yesterday right up the street, and it was very close. Yeah.
I had just the other day, I was going down the road. It was a rural road, but there was a stop sign, and it was across. The guy never stopped. I mean, he just kept right on trucking. Had I not been watching, I might have T-boned him.
Well, I kind of echo Commissioner Carlson here. It is a stressful time, but it's an enjoyable time. Just want to encourage everybody to just, take it one day at a time. Also, I would like to acknowledge the people that are going to be working on the holidays. I'm sure lots of people had to work on Thanksgiving, and we appreciate that very much. I want to recognize Kyle again in the United Way, and for all the participants in the light parade, it was very good. I don't know, there was like 80-something floats or more. I could be wrong, but I know they were, there was quite a few. And also the Chamber of Commerce for all of their decorating, the Christmas village and everything. It's a lot of work, and my girls love it. They want to go every day to the Christmas village. And so, just all the people that are working hard and bringing all these wonderful things that are unique to our community, I just want to say thank you, and for all of our employees for all the job that you're doing as well. So.
Since Commissioner Henry's not here today, I'd like to congratulate the Bulldogs on a great season. Coming up a little short, but still, it's always an accomplishment to be in the state finals. And then like to acknowledge once again Sheriff Cage and Warden Massengale for getting this Ignite launch, bringing it to fruition. For those that don't know, it's going to be held at 2 p.m. Sheriff's Office on Corrales, correct?
Yes, sir.
So it's something that I encourage everybody to go to, participate in, to gain awareness as to what it's actually doing, because I do think this is something that is very impactful to our community as a whole. And then I'd also like to thank Captain Threadfeld and Sheriff-elect Hutchinson for talking to us about the Divert team and continuing to work on that and bringing that service to the citizens of Eddy County. I think that's something unique, and we're kind of the tip of the spear with that program, and I think it's a great thing. That is all I have for today. We do have an executive session. So the board may go into executive session in accordance with the State of New Mexico Open Meetings Act, Section 10-15-1-H, Section 2, which authorizes the Board of County Commissioners to go into executive session to discuss limited personnel matters.
So moved.
So, second.
The motion and second, please call for the vote.
Carlson?
Yes.
Beard?
Yes.
Bowen?
Yes.
Cordova?
Yes.
We're going to reopen that about.
It's 9:11.
11:30, 11.
Yeah, let's
11:30.
say 11:30. That way we should beat that, but no. Let's say 10:30.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. 10:30.
We can always go longer.
We can go longer.
Yeah, 10:30. That works.
Where did we-